How would you feel if your social status was permanently fixed at birth, with absolutely no hope of changing it for the rest of your life? Even in the modern 21st century, countless children born in India still face this problem. This is due to India's enduring social stratification system, the caste system. In today's presentation, we will delve into the historical origins of this system, its hierarchical structure, the conflicts it causes in modern India, and the prospects for its future change. The story begins about 3,700 years ago. Around 1700 BCE, a nomadic group known as Aryans invaded the Indian subcontinent and conquered the indigenous Dravidian population. Being a numeric minority, the Aryans introduced a strict social hierarchy to efficiently control the massive population they had conquered. This became the prototype of the caste system known as Varna. The ruling Aryans divided themselves into three dominant tiers: Brahmins at the top, followed by Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Meanwhile, they lumped the indigenous Dravidians into the lower tier of servants, the Sudras. Outside and below this entire pyramid, the marginalized group was formed to handle the most agonized, unclean tasks, the untouchables, today known as Dalits. In reality, India's caste system is even more intricate. Within these five major categories lie thousands of localized, hereditary sub-castes called jati, which dictate specific occupations and strict social boundaries. How did such an unequal system persist for millennia? The secret lies in its deep integration with Hindu doctrines of reincarnation and karma. The religious framework thought that obeying one's current caste duties would accumulate good karma, ensuring a rebirth into a higher caste in the next life. This theoretical justification effectively suppressed lower caste resistance. However, the ultimate catalyst that rigidified and worsened the system was British colonial rule. In the 19th century, the British Empire conducted massive cleanses to simplify the governance of India's vast population. They rigidly categorized and codified the fluid network of thousands of jatis into a few strict legal classes based on ancient texts. By utilizing a divide and rule strategy, allocating administrative jobs, education, and resources based on these newly rigidified caste lines, the British amplified social friction and discrimination, intensifying caste conflicts to unprecedented levels in the modern era. Following independence, India sought to dismantle the system, led by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, a brilliant legal scholar from the Delhi community. The 1950 Constitution of India officially banned caste-based discrimination and outlawed the practice of untouchability. Furthermore, the government introduced the reservation system, an affirmative action policy guaranteeing quotas for lower caste in public employment and university admissions. However, a massive gap remains between law and reality. As those quotas expanded, upper caste youths staged violent protests claiming reverse discrimination, while lower caste groups formed powerful political parties to defend their rights. Ironically, a system designed to eliminate caste has occasionally reinforced identity and political tribalism. While people of all castes rub shoulders in urban spaces like McDonald's or public buses today, invisible walls remain obstinate. This social rigidity is starkly highlighted by the fact that only about 10% of all marriages in India are intercaste. Can India's future truly change? The outlook points toward a pragmatic gradual evolution. Rapid economic growth and urbanization are currently the most powerful forces dismantling traditional caste barriers. The rise of IT sectors and modern global industries has created entirely new professions independent of traditional caste roles, giving birth to a new merit-based middle class. While deep-seated cultural customs spanning thousands of years will not vanish overnight, but the expansion of education and economic mobility is steadily echoing the bars of this rigid social cage. For India to truly thrive as a global superpower, its success will depend heavily on how effectively it overcomes this ancient inheritance. Thank you for listening.